I got to play Halo Campaign Evolved. I was lucky enough to run into Kevin Cool and Shyway from the Halo community, and we got to try this out for the first time, and I'm going to give you guys my impressions of the gameplay, the sprint, the world, environment, and just everything between sound design and the graphics and the water. Because actually when I played this, I really got distracted by just looking out at the scope of the skybox. It was just absolutely gorgeous seeing the water. It really does feel modern in the right way. Like, I feel like this is where Halo should have been a long time ago. With that being said, there was barriers blocking us off from going anywhere past 10 feet from the water, from the beach, so that kind of sucked. You can't really go out very far. This is probably because the game's still work in progress and this is a pre-release build. Now, major issues are basically the graphics. Like, there is little lighting bugs everywhere. There's stutters that also happen in the frame rate, and things just kind of look very polished here, and then other places they look kind of janky and unfinished. Especially when you walk right up to foreigner textures, they have this weird artifact to them. But I know zooming up on rocks, it was like super detailed, like the most details I've ever seen in a Halo game. I mean, it's just beautiful, especially the water. I cannot get over the water. Apparently there's crabs as well, but I have not seen them. I could not find them. And I just really hope that Halo Studios does a lot more with these graphics. And you know, obviously those 3 new missions that I even bugged Fletch about. I was like, tell me something. He didn't tell me anything, but I think that this is just a really, really beautiful game. The particles, by the way, and they look amazing. Like, no doubt the particles are some of the best in a Halo game ever. And another thing I absolutely loved was how when you drive the Warthog around, it creates a path of dirt, right, in the sand. It creates a trail. And this isn't just a texture, this is actually a physical model change in the sand. And I think this is the same for footsteps. There's also a bunch of blood. Like, I don't have any pictures of it, unfortunately, but I shot up a Marine and it was just piles and piles of red blood, as well as the Covenant. Just so much blood is in this game. So it's really, really cool to see that. Like, there's a lot. They did not hold back. But moving into the gameplay, the Warthog actually felt like a real vehicle. You know, it wasn't just this thing moving around. Like, it had this, it's hard to describe. It just had this certain weight to it that also felt fateful. And just running around playing this, running around this mission, interacting with the AI, there is undoubtedly some kind of Halo 1 code running underneath Unreal Engine. I have no idea how they pulled this off, but the AI are behaving pretty much exactly as I remember from Halo 1. The environment looks pretty much one-to-one with some minor changes. It's weird. Somehow they were able to port Halo 1 into Unreal Engine and get it so well done, but also modernize it, right? So the AI also sucks, right? Just like it did back in Halo 1. The AI does not know how to drive the Warthog. It does the same kind of hesitations with trying to get around rocks and things like that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Definitely a lot of Halo 1 code is still running in this. But yeah, now we have Sprint. Shyway said that this just feels like Halo 5. And I think it was someone else that said that this is like a tech demo. So, you know, in essence, this is a tech demo for them learning how to use like the engine so they can develop a good Halo 7. I think that's what actually Shyway went on to say, was something along the lines of that. They're looking forward to Halo 7 and the multiplayer, right? Looking really good, playing really well. This gives them hope. I think that was Kevin or Shyway. I can't quite remember who it was, but I agree. Regardless, I think that if this is kind of like an early representation of what the gameplay might be like, then yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I also feel like there should have been slide. If you're going to add sprint, you should have just added slide, right? There's also the problem that if you sprint, the maps end up feeling smaller because now you can navigate around the map faster. And also, the enemies need a buff. Like, they literally needed to be coded differently, I think, in this level and probably the entire game. If you have sprint, there's a lot of implications of that. Now, thankfully, this is just a campaign experience, but I still think it is going to miss with the ebb and flows of playing Halo 1 for the first time, especially for PlayStation people that are just now jumping in. Like, this is something that I'm a little bit worried about, but not really. Like, I'm just kind of eager to see what's next, right? Specifically, the environments, I think that, like, it looks kind of odd with how photorealistic things are at first, especially if you're watching it on a video. But my opinion has only gotten better about this whole thing after playing it twice. Like, I played it once and I was like, this is really cool. Like, this is a really good kind of foundation of what the future Halo game should be. Like, I love the graphics, I love the gameplay, all the sounds, and the pulling out the guns, the animations, and firing them and reloading them feel just really polished and spunky, I guess you could compare it to Halo 5, but all the weapons, including the Warthog gun, including just driving around the Warthog, like non-shooting things and activities in the game, just feel punchy, and like there's been a lot of thought put into like these minor little things that you don't notice, but overall kind of cascades into this really just good feeling, Of course, that's accompanied by these weird lighting bugs, which is not good, and overly shiny foreigner textures and bizarre designs that were not from the original game, which is fine. I just wish they weren't spires. I don't know why 343's been obsessed with spires, but I digress. Ultimately, the entire experience of this has been, I'd say, pretty good. Like, if I had to put like a number on it as far as like excitement and fun, I'd say it's like a 6 out of 10. I'm so familiar with this level that I'm just absolutely bored of it. I don't see the nostalgia anymore. Like, I just want to be done with this level. So I kind of am looking very much forward to what happens next. I kind of wish they added, like, dynamic weather, random weather throughout the levels, added some kind of rain, some kind of, like, new sense of this world. If they were really going to go fully into the remake vibes, I would have liked to see, like, with this place snowed over, or getting hit by a blizzard or rain or a tropical storm of sorts, and to see that all the lighting is the same. It is nostalgic, you know where you are, but I think I would have liked to see something a little bit more ambitious as far as, like, how this all plays out, right? I mean, it can still be Halo 1, but change the weather at least, add a little bit of replay value for people that have played this, 10,000 times, is kind of my opinion on it. But the HUD looks great. The jumping around feels great. I think people are not talking about the shields and their effects enough. And once you get your hands on the controller, like we played with Xbox Elite controllers, I think, it feels punchy. Maybe it's just the controller, but with the headphones, the sound, I think it sounds really good. Like, people were criticizing the sound a lot, but when I was playing it, it sounded perfectly fine. Like, maybe I'm just not a big sound guy or was paying very much attention to it, but I think that this was a pretty good experience overall. I mean, it's fine for what it is. I want to see the rest of the game, and it's probably going to be really fun for people that have never played Halo before. That's probably where people are going to get the most value from it. As for Halo fans, it's a nice experience. I've only played one level. I haven't played anything you guys haven't seen. Everything you see here is what they've released publicly. We were allowed to, take pictures and record because everything was just on this one level, which is like about a 15-minute experience if you just walk through it. So, yeah, there's not really much new to say about this that you guys haven't already seen. Other than that, my opinion has improved on this. It has gone up since playing it, and it makes more sense now. I'm just kind of, as a Halo fan, looking forward to those 9 new weapons and the 3 unannounced missions. We don't know what they are. We know that they are confirmed, though, and that we've never played them before. So I will continue to harp on that, and if I ever see Fletch again, I will ask him annoyingly, even though I will get no response from it, what these missions are or how they're going, because I want to see. I want to see what this is. I really think we're going to go to Gamma Station or go back to Reach. It could also be Silent Storm, but I think that's where everything that they're doing here is really going to shine. They just need to figure out the optimization a little bit. We still probably have a full year before release. That's speculation. We don't know when this is dropping. It could drop as early next year, but I think it's going to be more of a holiday thing. We also know that Halo Fest is a massive event that I need to talk about here soon, but I've been hearing that Marty O'Donnell is going to be orchestrating the concert, which is insane, on December 11th of next year. Tickets go live on December 11th. So I think we're going to get some pretty big multiplayer news that will be accompanying the release of this, very similar to how 2011 and the marketing went out for Halo 4 and Halo CEA. So what do you guys think? Did you end up playing this? And if not, do you have like any better opinion about it after I talked about it in the way that I did? There's also aim down sights, and that's kind of cool. It's not really a big deal. It really does feel like Halo 5. I think there's been a lot of complaints that a lot of the assets seem to be reusing Halo Infinite's models and textures and things like that. I didn't really think of it like that or see that. I think that this is perfectly fine for what it is. It does feel in some weird way like a glorified tech demo. Maybe that's all of what Unreal Engine games feel like these days. But, you know, I'm looking forward to it. Of course I'm going to pick it up. I don't know what they're going to charge for it. Hopefully it's not a full $70. But from what I've seen and from what I played, there still needs to be some work done. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Those were my first impressions playing the game. Maybe I'll talk more on it later, but from what I can remember, it was a pretty good experience. But I want to see more. I want to see more so bad. I want to see different levels. All right, you guys take it easy. Peace.